Hey, hey Sonia, sorry about all of that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't. You can't see me, can you?
No.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea why. I was here a minute ago. I'm still here, but no image. So very weird. But there you go. Never mind. All right. So we're here. I don't know whether anybody. No, I've got no other viewers on here.
Well, we only gave them like a few minutes notice.
Yes, yes, I do agree. I mean, I sent my thingy bob out about an hour ago to the team, or maybe less than that. So not that long ago. And here's the thing, to be very open about it all, even when I send them like the previous day, then a reminder in the morning, and another reminder when they need to jump on, we still normally only have you and Adrian and maybe Jill. You
Yes,
know?
that's true.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's true.
I know. And then I get a million questions through the week. It's like,
Yes.
I don't know whether this time of an evening is not a good time. We need to take a poll, I think. I think I'm going to send out a poll to our members and see, um, you know, 10 o'clock is fine for us. But what about the US people? Because that's 5 o'clock for them. Right. So if we look at it, it's either 5, 4, 3, 2. It's either 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, or 5 in the evening for them. If that was our time, it wouldn't be suitable for any of us who are working.
No.
So that's something we really need to think about because the majority of our people are in the US,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, I suppose mines haven't though.
Say again?
Mines haven't been the majority in the US in terms of
No,
people.
yours have been all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
South Africa and everywhere.
Yeah, they have.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So the time thing is, Tracy's got something happening today, hasn't she? Is that
Wednesdays.
8 p.m.?
Yep,
Yeah.
1
So
o'clock
is that 1 a.m.?
for us.
Yeah. So there is something because that time seems to suit. 8, 9 o'clock seems to be the time, doesn't it?
Yes.
That these things are put on. And it kind of seems as if, should we be trying to do that?
I mean, I don't mind, Sonia, right? Because, the funny thing is I can stay up for any time I'm supposed to stay up. And that's largely because the next day I can pretty much do what I want to. I can wake up late, or usually what happens is I wake up at the same time, and then by the afternoon I'm flaking out.
Yeah.
In which case I just jump back into bed.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether, for me, whether if it's done on a day where I know that I don't have to get up early the next morning. You see, for me, as long as I don't have a working day the next day, I could do late.
Okay, but then what happens to? See, this is the thing. I keep worrying about the people here, but they don't turn up normally most of the time.
Not be for the majority, because I think, because one of the things I do think we should do is we should be doing this for our list and not just for the team.
Yes, I do agree.
I think it should be for prospects, for team and prospects.
Yes, giving value to prospects as well.
Yeah, people are on our list.
Yeah,
so we're giving some value to people that are on our list.
True, and then the team can bring in their list as well. So we have one viewer here. Viewer, so we know who you are. Can you please pop your name and just say hi in the chat, please? We should have the chat roll open here, group chat, it says. Now, I don't know whether that's only available to Sonia and myself or whether you can as well. If not, just, oh, viewers dropped off. I scared them off, Sonia. Oh, he's back. Okay. But yeah, if you can just let us know either in Skype or here. Oh, it's Peter. Peter's here. Hello, Peter. Yeah, so.
Hey, Peter.
Peter, it's Uncle Peter and Grandma Marion. Here you go. But there's one viewer on the audience line. Be nice to know who that is, but never mind. We'll know. We'll know eventually. But yeah, this is the thing. It'll be a nice thing to do, you know, that kind of a session. That is inclusive for more people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's what is taught in the top producer, isn't it? Top producer is live, have a live event for your prospects, for your leads.
Yes.
On a weekly basis, have a weekly hangout.
Yes.
For your leads.
Definitely.
And and you just invite your leads to it. So yeah. So we could do. You know, I think it'd be a good idea to sort of do that.
I think so too. I mean, you're off on the Wednesdays, aren't you? So we'll be back to the Tuesday nights in that case.
Well, it's the problem is that it can be changeable depending on what's happening at work. So it's either a Wednesday or Thursday. So for example, I was at the office today.
Oh, okay. Well, Sonia, here's the thing. We can do one of two things in that respect, right? Either we can just say, fine, we'll send the reminders out in the morning, right? So if we know you're going to be off on the Wednesday, we'll send the invites out on the Tuesday. If you're going to be off on the Thursday, then we'll send the invites out on the Wednesday. It's not as though anybody's going to turn up without the invites. And on the other hand, it's not as though they're going to sit there kind of thinking, oh, I haven't got my invitation as yet. They're not going to really know about it or remember it till we actually tell them about it.
Well, yes, and in actual fact, because I'm on Angela's list, and all of a sudden I'll get something saying, oh, there's a hangout tonight or something, or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we could do it on a week-to-week basis, couldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
And say, you know, oh, we're offering some free training. And do you know what I mean? We can just say, right, we're offering some free training on whatever day it is.
Yeah.
And the time, and we could try a later time.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And here's the thing: if I know I'm going to be doing it, or if we are going to be doing it, then even if there are days that you say, Marion, you know, I just can't do tonight or whatever, that's fine. I'll do that night, and then maybe there'll be another night some months hence or something that I'll need to swap out with you.
Yeah.
And we can do it that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, great. Because the one that we did last Wednesday, it actually went on for 6 hours. Right, so that was...
Is there something on tonight?
I haven't seen anything, but the last I checked my emails was about an hour ago. So I don't know if there's anything in the meanwhile. But that was supposed to be once a month.
Okay. So
it was a terrific session.
It's still we've still not got the replay up, have we?
No, it doesn't look like it. But it'll be really good for you to listen to it. But like I said, we started at 1. I thought I dropped off 1 our time. I thought I dropped off early at 4 o'clock my time. 5 o'clock my time, that's right. They went on for another couple of hours. I was like, okay.
Just to say, I've just seen in the leaders chat that Danielle, because she did the webinars, because people are do webinars during the day, don't they?
Yes.
There's a 12 p.m. slot, don't they? And she did the webinar today, and she just made a sale from it. So I do think doing something live,
yes,
is a good thing to do.
Yeah, I think so.
On a week basis.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously Declan and I tried to do that. We did it for a few weeks. I think we probably did about 3 or 4 or 5.
Okay.
But we didn't kind of, you know, continue it on. We were a little bit ad hoc, I think.
And there again, you know, depending on the time, like I'm saying, if it's late in the evening for us, but it's work time for them, then it's a little bit hit and miss. But what I've noticed, like Paul Hutchings, he has a ton of people on his call, but that's done in their lunch break time.
Well, I suppose that's what it's like the 12. That's what I mean. It wasn't the Empower. It was something else, wasn't it? On a Wednesday that used to be at 12 p.m. during the day, which was 5 p.m. our time. I mean, look, if you think about the calls, the Empower, the Beginners Club, and all that, they're at like 4 o'clock. Well, they've got one is at 11. One's at 11.
Exactly.
One's at 5. It's one at 5 or 4.
It's at 4 our time. Again, which is sort of midday-ish their time.
Well, the Beginners Club is 5 p.m. on a Monday. Elite is 4 p.m. on a Tuesday and 4 p.m. on a Thursday. And the Builders Club is 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's all times all over the place, isn't it?
So it's not that evening.
I don't know, maybe that's why they're not having a lot of turnout for it, or for those particular clubs. Because if people are at work and things, you know, they just can't attend them. And, you know, I've missed the last 2 Builders Clubs.
I was on it today, actually. I thought you I'll watch the replay today.
Okay, I need to watch the replays, yeah.
Well, it's interesting, actually, given that we're going to be talking about email marketing. We've not been started yet, but we're going to be talking about email marketing because of the Builders Club. That's what it's about, really, isn't it?
Oh wow, yes.
Because that is what it's about.
It is really good stuff there. All right, Sonia, do we want to continue this, or what should we do?
We do, because well, you see, here's the thing. Is that I think one of the things that I learned from Dave Wood is that you put it on whether people are watching or not.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do it. I'm happy. Yes. It's just that I was wondering, we've got Peter here. We've got people. There you go.
So we can talk. Hi, Peter. How you doing?
Bless him. I'm just concerned that we've been sort of chatting for the first 13 minutes, unless we say to people, you know, start from 13 minutes in kind of thing.
Well, we can cut it out, can't we?
Yeah.
Because you can do that in YouTube.
Edit it in YouTube. Okay,
yeah, you can cut it off.
Okay, cool. We'll do that then. I've never tried that, you know. But are you going
to talk to us, Peter? I can't hear you.
Come on, Peter. Say hello. He's all confused now.
I can't read your lips.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the sign.
Fine lot we are. Peter can be seen and not heard, and I can be heard and not seen. So it's great stuff. I know. But never mind. Okay. So hopefully my share screen should work. That won't be a problem. Yeah. All right. So right. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about email marketing. Right? You know how I feel about it. Sonia feels exactly the same way. It really is the heart of your business and the heart of growing that relationship with your list. Whatever it is you happen to be doing, you know, whether you're involved in another bricks and mortar business or whatever it is you happen to be doing, communication really is key to developing that know, like, and trust factor. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And here's the thing, right? Most of us on this team are really good at communication, but we get stuck at the technicalities of, you know, personalizing our email lists and all that kind of thing. So Sonia and myself are going to run you through that today. Sonia is actually going to be doing most of it, in that she's going to show you how to personalize your list, your emails, right? Your autoresponders. And then later on, after Sonia's finished, I will actually take you through and manually show you how to switch out the links in an email swipe copy. All right, because you do not want to be sending out links to your list where if they click on that, they'll end up signing up under myself or somebody else whose email you've copied, or David Wood or somebody like that, right? You want to be sure they're your they go to you. So that's really important, right? So with that, I'm going to mute myself out and hand over to Sonia.
Okay, thank you. My computer is hopefully it won't play up too much. Okay, I'll get myself back, my camera back up. I think I'll try and turn my camera on, and here we go. Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank you, Marion. And I'm Sonia, and I think that email marketing is probably the most important part of an online business. And in fact, I've just finished recording a sort of 3-part video series that I'm going to use as a lead magnet. And the lead magnet is basically a way of encouraging people to part with their email address so that they land up on your list, they become a lead, and then you can follow up. And what I did actually, I started with list building as the #1 thing that you need to do, because I think that I know that I made this mistake when I started, and I think a lot of people make this mistake, is when they get started online, they want to make money, they just focus on trying to get sales and don't really understand the purpose and the need to actually focus first on building a list. And I think the great thing is that we've got training at the moment where we've got the Six Figure Club training, and they're teaching. We've got three guys, John, Alex, and is it Mike, teaching us about solo ads. And so this is about paid traffic, and whether it's free traffic or paid traffic, but definitely if you're thinking about paid traffic, it is really important to understand how you use your emails. So what I did today was, just before the meeting, I've written down some questions that I think people might ask, and I think the first thing is you get your autoresponder. So especially you get started with us, you get your links that goes to your capture page, and then you're told that you've got to link up your autoresponder, and so you do that. There's a video, and you go through, and because with Empower you get some pre-written emails, it's all loaded up for you. So the first 6 emails, or 7 actually, that goes out to your list, to someone who signs in, opts onto your landing page, opts onto your list, they get those emails. Okay, so try to explain it. So just as you started, you would have put your email into a box on somebody's capture page or landing page, and then you would probably have noticed that you received an email. Now that email would have come out automatically, and then you may well have started to get emails on a daily basis. So that's the sort of your email campaign, your email follow-up sequence. And because when we get started, that's done for us. Sometimes it's a while before we understand that actually we need to go in and personalize them. And what I did was, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you the emails that we have at the moment. So entire screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can somebody let me know?
Yes, I can, Sonia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I just wanted to show you was this is the actual email campaign that's preloaded into your autoresponder. So if you got, whether you got GetResponse or you have Aweber, and as you can see with this one, email 0 is the email that gets sent out as soon as somebody signs up. Okay, these are the links. These links, once it's actually online, people can click on these, and it takes them straight through to. I'll show you. It takes them straight through to watch the video again, especially if they haven't signed up when they initially saw it, and. And don't worry, these links look a bit funny, but that's because it's for the system. They do work, she says. But so this is the link that's coded to you. So this is the email. So if you can imagine, somebody's opted in, and this email gets sent to them straight away. And then on the second day, they get another email. Hey. Now, what you might notice about these emails is that actually they're a bit bland, okay, to say the least. Okay, they are quite bland. But, you know, when you're just getting started, it's at least you don't have to worry about that. And so what you can do very quickly is that you can go into your GetResponse or Aweber, and you can personalize them. And I'm just going to pull up, because obviously what I just did was I just copied it over onto a Word document, and I'm just going to pull out. Right, so I'm just going to pull out this one. Now, this is one of the things that is a very good idea to do, and when if you've been on any trainings, they'll be telling you to do this as well, is to actually opt in to other people's lists. Okay, and you might say, oh gosh, you know, is that right? Well, you know, there are a lot of people, many people that are on my list are on other people's lists. Yeah. And I'm opting into people's lists all the time. I see something that's interesting, or they're giving away a free gift, and I opt in. And you know, sometimes I'm just opting in just to get that free gift. Interestingly enough, though, if they're sending me stuff that I'm interested in, I actually stay on the list, and you know, at some time down the line, I have ended up buying something. Okay, so just to say that one of the things that's really good for you to do is to get onto other people's lists to see what they're sending out to people. So this is an example of I opted onto Desmond's list, and he had a video on his, and you know, a picture. He's actually got more pictures. So I decided to actually model his. I've modelled Desmond's and Tracy Walker's, and when I see others from time to time, I might actually do a bit of a tweak. But what you'll notice when you look at this is definitely, as compared to the first one I showed you, straight away it's personalised. Yeah, there's a picture. This is actually linked to. I've actually changed. I'm going to be changing it up again, but you know, straight away they can see me. I happen to be in Orlando, so whilst I was there, I actually recorded a video to my list, you know, so I kind of sort of like went prepared, and I have a picture of myself, a sort of signature, and I have kind of updated this. But as you can see, just by looking at, there's that picture of me, and I personalised it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to actually go into my GetResponse, and Let's go from here. Get response. Can you see my screen still?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I remember doing this. So whilst I'm doing this, I'll tell you a quick story, because stories are good, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, so today a swipe came out to us. What do I mean by swipe? Basically, the company, because we have sort of webinars or calls twice a week, they send out details of the webinar or of the call with a sort of a copy and with the links in it, and so they send it out to you as a swipe so that you can send it out to your list. And all you need to do is actually you could just copy it, and send it as is. But when you listen to the training, ideally you should try to personalize it a bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you. So what I'm going to do is, can you see me here as well?
I can, yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the swipe that came in. Okay, so as you can see, webcast swipe email. Okay, so that's a swipe that came in, and when you scroll down, it says here swipe email, and there were several subject lines. Okay, and then it ended here. So I went into my email.
Sonia?
Yeah?
While you're saying that, can I just explain that the reason for those several subject lines is that we can all choose a random one.
Yep.
Otherwise, you were mentioning, and I know you know, but I'm just mentioning it for others, especially newbies. Because of this whole thing of many people being on many marketers' lists, it looks very kind of odd when they're getting messages, 3 or 4 messages from different people, all with exactly the same heading.
Yeah.
So that's why they've given us that, which is a really, thoughtful thing to do. I love the eek thing. That's the kind of thing I'd say. Eek, there you go.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's the thing, isn't it? Because in actual fact, the training that I was watching today, they were saying, change up the subject line.
Yes.
So that's good, and it's good that they've done that, because I just chose one, and there's a technique here that I learned as well. But I'm just going to sort of open this message up. So I'm gonna show it to you in the actual. Are you? Yeah. So my computer. I just wanted to see whether I was able to preview it. Okay, I'm just going to preview it here. Okay, so here's the message. So you can see the subject line that I took.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually literally copied it. I didn't do anything with it, as you can see. I put in my own link, and one of the things that I've done, if you see here, it's quite it's a long link. Yeah. And what I have done is I've actually used the Linkify in my Klaatu, and sort of created a new link with the all access, so that goes to the same place.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done there. Okay, and as you can see, I've got contacts here. Now I sent this out, okay, and I would say within about 15 minutes I received a phone call on my Skype. I didn't know who it was, and I answered the call, and the person who on the call said, "Oh, he's just received an email inviting him to this call tomorrow, and he just had a question for me."
Okay.
And he was saying he was wanting to know what it was all about, and I sort of explained. I said, okay, and I said, well, you would have opted onto my list because you would have gone to a capture page of mine, opted onto my list, and that's why you're receiving emails from me. We had a little bit of a chat, and he said, okay, so if I'll go on to the call tomorrow, I'll get the information, will I? Blah blah blah. And I kept him talking because I thought, well, okay, what does he want? And I thought, well, I wanted to know where he'd come from as well and how long he'd been on my list. And so I asked him a few questions. I went into my Get Response because I asked him for his email address, and I put the email address in my Get Response, and it came up, and I found out that he actually joined my list on the 28th of July last year.
Goodness.
Okay, and he hadn't gone into a capture page as much as that. On my blog. So here's, capturing these on your blog. On my blog, I had recorded 4 short videos, about the mistakes that I made, really, and giving some information as to what people should do, when they start a business online. I kind of packaged it up, created a capture page, and he opted onto that.
There you go.
And so it's obviously been sort of, I've not noticed him before really, and he happened to be with another company, but in the outcome of that conversation was that he's saying yes, I am interested in making money online. Yes, I'll watch the video, and I sent a link to him. I sent the sales video to him. I didn't have to send him to go onto the capture page because he was already on my list.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say was that we're talking about email marketing. I actually written down on a bit of paper, I need to be more consistent with my email marketing. And here I send out somebody actually rings me because I've got a telephone number here now, and I've only had that for the last couple of months. They rang me, and I spoke to them. Okay. And so that's how important it is, and why the swipes do work.
They do. All correspondence works. And here's the thing, Sonia, like we were saying earlier, this is why the broadcast emails, this is why it's so important to know how to use Get Response to send out broadcast messages. Because once the autoresponders, the automated ones for 7 days, 10 days, 30 days, whatever, stop. Here's your gentleman who's been sitting and listening to you since July last year.
Yeah.
I've had people join me after being on my list for 2 whole years. Why? Because the time is right for them now. And why? Because they know I'm still around. They're consistently hearing from me. Yeah. Whereas others kind of, marketers come and go. It's just the nature of everything, really. It's nothing different. But as soon as they see that you're consistent, you're a name they begin to recognize, etc. That's why this is so important to learn exactly how to make use of these. And with our autoresponders, sometimes I think because it just costs sort of $20 a month kind of thing, we don't think it's an important tool because it's one of the least of our expenses. So yeah, I'm so glad we're doing this training. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I guess the first thing is that utilize the swipe copy that's sent out to you from the company, and send that out. So those come out twice a week, Monday, and obviously today for tomorrow, and then sometimes we have extra ones, don't we?
Yes.
So so basically for me, it came in. It's got a swipe copy, so I just go to my Get Response, and I literally copy it. Okay, it's as easy as that. Now the other thing is, what I wanted to show you was the autoresponder, and really just in terms of actually just personalizing it and how you can do that, I guess, quite quickly. So I'm just going to grab one. I'll probably grab my let's do this one then. Actually, I've got two. I'll use these two. Okay, you can see the bit messy. Right. Okay, so as you can see, with this one, I showed you before. It's the one with my video on it and links. I've actually just created a new one that looks the same, but it isn't. I've just created a new one because I've just started a new campaign, and so it's just slightly different. But this is actually more like the original I had, and it's just, hi there, my name. You recently requested a complimentary video. Well, this is actually some of the videos that I've put together. I've actually got a link to my Facebook here. I've got a picture. I've actually got two pictures here. Okay, and actually I need to update this. Okay, but I just wanted to show you, hey, it's nice to meet you, but it's a bit more personalized than the original.
Yes.
Now the second one here, and so it's just curious. So in actual fact, so these have actually originally come from a guy called Josh Shonley.
Yes.
So this is what he shared with us, and there's a reason why they've chosen these subject lines to sort of try and grab people's attention. And so the second email that goes out, so the first one that went out is sort of saying, right, you requested this information, and even if when they clicked on the link, they would have gone straight to the video. Life happens, they may have gone off and forgotten, where they've had an email come in, and it's actually got the video in there again for them to watch. What I do for the second day is to give them another opportunity to watch the video. Okay, and I've got here, here's access one more time, just in case you didn't see it yesterday. Okay, and I'm trying to encourage them to connect with me on Facebook, and also I'm saying that we can talk on Skype, and there's my picture again. Okay, so that's my second video that goes out, second email that goes out, sorry. Okay, and then one of the things that I do that I've followed with some others is using a survey. Hello, do you use a survey?
I use a survey. Yeah, I do. I've got a survey in a couple of my autoresponders, but here's this thing, because I personalize all of mine. I've got the surveys there, but then when I create a new campaign, I very often forget to use my original personalized things in there.
Okay.
So that's something I have to remember. And also, Sonia, there was something else you were pointing out there. Let me see if you're on the right page. No, not this page. When you come to the next page, I'll tell you. To make, I know you do it because I can see, there we go. Just hover over one of your messages. Right. This is something I want to point out. That little on button there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So important, because exactly. It sometimes defaults to off. I know you've turned it off there. So, because you've created new ones. But sometimes I had a whole campaign where for some weird reason it was set to off. So I got something like 350 some odd leads come in, and not one of them got a message till I realized what had happened. So before you'll do anything, that's the other thing you've got to check, that your emails are actually turned on. Really important. All right. Sorry, Sonia, to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's fine. So the subject line is, can you help me out? So, and then here's the survey. So the survey is SurveyMonkey. It's free to have 10 questions. And again, I just modeled this from Tracy, literally. swiped it from Tracy's survey. And what's useful with the survey is I'll just go into my survey as I'm here, because if people complete it, I actually do contact them.
Right.
There we go. It's interesting that I've had this account since 2008. Can you believe that?
Don't realise, don't you?
And I didn't realise I had it.
Bless you.
So I had 59 responses.
Wow.
And so I've had, so not everybody does it, but and you can see, just go in. So I've had 2 this month already. I had 10 people complete it last month. 7. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's useful there, and I get some info. I get some sort of info from people. So
I've never looked at this. I must check this out, Sonia.
What's that?
I've got SurveyMonkey, but I've never seen this graph on there. I must go take a look at it after this call.
Yeah, this is the actual the dashboard, the summary page.
Right.
Okay, so and what the great thing is, what you get is their name and obviously email address. How did you find out about me? So that you find out where they are, blah blah blah. So the survey is quite good, and in actual fact, I did also create a survey for people who as an introduction, and I might reinstate that so for people that sign up. So the survey, and so that's the 3rd email that goes out. And again, I'm constantly encouraging people to connect with me on Facebook, because obviously we've got the Facebook Dream Team over there, and it's about plugging people in. And Facebook is kind of where you need to be, really. You really need to have a Facebook account, don't you?
You do.
Now, so if I go back, I also send it out a second time. Okay, the survey.
Okay.
Yeah, so the survey goes out twice. Hey, did you forget? Okay, so it's really sort of pushing that. Okay, and then in actual fact, I've put this in here. So I put, so the thing is, I'll probably go in here and do some change out. So this I got this from Desmond actually, and it was when all the Uline stuff was happening, and I put this in as info. But here's another one. Does it work? And this one I actually put in some stuff about my own results, and I have had some responses from this one actually.
Yeah, social proof is amazing. Yeah, every time I put out anything to do with results, I will get some kind of interaction.
Now, one of the things that about this strategy, this is sort of like a sort of a dual strategy, really, because Josh Shonley, one of the things that he was saying is that you give people a couple of opportunities to watch again, and then the next, what you're doing is trying to develop a relationship, do the know, like, trust thing with people.
Yes.
Okay. And one of the things that I did was that I had a video. So I had a video series that went out. So I created those videos. It's the same video series that the guy that's rang up today. And so the first one is, see the 3 mistakes I made here. So I'm talking about, don't make these newbie mistakes. So this is just something I created, and I've got a video, and there was 3 videos. That one, there's a video 2. Here is my 3 web traffic tips. Something that one a day. Yeah, I have had one where these are like the 10 must-read books. Yeah, so it could be any resource. So what I'm doing is that I'm giving something of value.
Yes.
That's the purpose of these videos. Okay, and then I actually, because I liked this picture, so I grabbed this picture.
Yeah, yes.
And I've had people, and because I was at the event with her,
yes,
I put my picture in there to show that actually I know this person.
Yeah.
Okay, and here she is, had her first $3,000 day.
I remember that day because she was celebrating, bless her heart, all over Facebook and everything. Yeah.
Okay, and I've had responses to this one as well when they've seen this. Okay, so I think the main thing is, so I've not been showing you how to actually do it, but it is important to come in and personalize these so they're going out automatically, and that you can use other people's stories. So this is obviously, let's have a look on this one. Sarita in this one. So this is one of the original ones, in actual fact.
It was all, yeah, I'm a bit choked up, yes.
As you can see, it's one of the original ones because I haven't changed it. There. Yeah. So, so so these are going out. Okay. And they're set up as autoresponders. But what we're encouraged to do as well is to just send on a daily basis to keep connected with our list. And so one of the things I do is that once they get to this, I put them into another. I put them into another group, and it's called a broadcast. I've created a broadcast list, so they go into my broadcast list, and then they just receive broadcasts then.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And what else? I mean, what do I write in my emails? I think I'm just going to my newsletters. I'm just going to just quickly look to see what I've put in. Select all, so that. Yeah, so I mean, most of these tend to have been the swipes. Yeah, these are just swipes. But one of the things that we are being encouraged to do, and I know that you know this as well, Marion, is that a great way of using our blog is to put content on our blog.
Yes.
And then sort of create. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look at this one. I think my results. Okay. So this is an example of an email that I sent. So if this is working for me, can it work for you? Well, I share my results and team members' results in there. So, and click on here, and it's actually takes them over to my blog, and the content is actually on my blog.
Perfect. And they've got to opt in there, is it?
No, they don't have to opt in. That's my theme.
Okay.
So and the information's there. And one of the things that the three amigos said today in the Six-Figure Builders Club, what they were saying is, this is really, really useful, is that people have opted onto your list because they want to make money. And a lot of us are afraid of pitching people, sending out emails and pitching people. And what they were saying is, well, look, you're not sort of doing this sort of pitch, but what you're doing is you're providing some content, some information, and then you give a call to action. And they're saying that you should have a call to action in every email.
Yes. Yeah.
Because as we're going out around our day, we're being pitched at all the time.
Yeah.
I've got apps, I've got things, and all continuously telling you to upgrade.
Yeah. And shall I tell you, talking about being pitched, every Friday, without fail, our local Domino's Pizza will pitch me.
Yes.
I will get my little mobile phone will go off, ping. It's a message from them. Would you like us to deliver such and such?
Yeah.
They even know when we do order, they know what we order.
Yeah.
They've got that recorded and they're asking us again,
Yeah.
So it's on special offer today for such and such.
Yeah.
So everybody, we're used to being pitched and we just either say no or we go with it,
Yeah, so the problem is, of course, is that we're not, because I mean, I think as I was listening to them today, they were saying, look, we must be doing that. We must be calling people to action. If you want to make some money, and they're sort of saying, you can be giving value, but you can be creating sort of like long video trainings and people still don't sign up. So I'm very aware of time, so I'm going to stop there so that you can come back on and do your bit.
Okay, Sonia, that was really, really helpful. Thank you, Sonia. I've been taking lots of notes here. But let me go through my bit because it's very brief, to be honest. And I'm just hoping, seeing how my camera isn't working, that other things work. Okay, so I've got both of those open, right? Let me try and share screen. Okay, come back to this. Okay, I've still got you on screen, so let me Hang on, guys. I don't know why share screen always gives me so much trouble. Okay, it's email marketing there. Okay, so it's sharing that. Can you see my email marketing screen, Sonia?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm switching over to my Gmail inbox, right, first of all. Let me know when you can see that, please.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, thank you. And so first of all, like Sonia was talking about swipe copies that you get. It'll either be swipe copy or it could just be something that Sonia is sending you or that I'm sending you or, that you see somebody, one of the other leaders send you and you're thinking, yeah, I'd like to use this message in there. Right. So let me just take at random. This is Rob from Empower Network. So this is coming directly from Empower Network. So the first thing I do when I come here is I think, okay, yep, that's something I want to send out. But the first thing I do is I click on this link till it goes to the page that I want it to go to. And you can see it's opening up a new page there, right? So do you want to make an extra 10,000 per month working from home? This is that video, right? So I'm going to close that. Now, here's the important bit, all right? Ignore that for a little while. Here's the important bit. You can see this link here, right at the top. See this bit here that says ? ID equals, and then longevity 7. Now, longevity 7 is my user ID. All right. All the stuff after it and IMS equals, etc. That's all tracking. Okay, so this is the bit that you absolutely must change. It's the bit that comes immediately after ID equals and then that bit that looks like a username. You can actually delete that whole thing. So what I normally do is I just delete it right here, okay? I take it all out and I'm pretending that I'm not me, which is why I'm deleting longevity 7 as well. And then I'll put my own ID in there, right? Which happens to be longevity 7. RNGEBITY and the number 7. Oh, you know what? My thingy keyboard, my yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but for some weird reason, my keyboard, the numbers don't work. So I have to pull up my on-screen keyboard and get that in there. All right, and then I'll copy this, right? Because this is the link I'm going to be using. Okay, so see what I did there? I simplified it, so I took out everybody else's link and all the tracking and everything else that the other person had and just put in my own ID in there, right? So then I go back to this bit here that I want to copy everything. Actually, I leave that there, right? I go back to the email because you can only copy one thing at a time. So I copy this whole thing with all the links and everything else. Right? Obviously, I don't copy the, the spam thingy at the bottom. I go back to my email marketing. I use a broadcast that I've sent. So there's a broadcast that I sent out before. I do action. I reuse that. And there we go, right? So now I'll name it broadcast 1301. Obviously, I'm not going to send this. 1301. Okay, I'm just going to name it broadcast test. Right? I'm going to change it into whatever. What was the grow your income simply? Capital SIMPLY. Okay, right? So I'm happy with that. I'm going to save the changes. You can see that saved it. And now I go to the next step. And remember, I've copied the body of that, right? So of that message that I wanted to do. So here in that message that I'm using the template of, I will actually delete or highlight all of that and then just do Control V. Okay, and what it's done is it's then pasted in that message from that email there. Okay, I'm just going to go back and double check. Yeah, so I'm going to. Has he got that at the top of his message? Oh, he's got that here. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's worth putting that on, because what happens is when you've got sort of marketers who have massive lists that they're sending things out to, rather than people complaining, they would rather that people just scroll down to the bottom of the list and unsubscribe. Okay, it means they don't get into trouble with, their autoresponder, etc. Right? But if you've got a fairly smallish list, you don't need to bother with any of that. All right. So there we go. Now I just go back and check. Let me position that so there's not too much of a gap at the top. And let me go back. So it's that link. It's those three things there, right? That are the links. So I'm going to go back to where I sorted out the link previously. I'm going to copy it, go back to my email marketing, and these are the ones that were linked. So I'm going to highlight all the text that I want linked, click on this little link icon here, pop the URL in there, and say OK. And you've noticed it's turned into a link, right? So I'm going to do the same for that third one here, a second one here. Third one, what's wrong with me? Second one there. So paste that in again and say OK. And then this was the last one here, right? So click on that thingy again, pop in the link, and I'm done. All right. So that's all of it done there. Now, what I want to do is, and I can't actually do it here, which is a real shame because I'll show you what happens. So if I'm going to say save as draft, right? And then I'm going to go up here and test my message, but I'll show you why I can't do it. The only, yeah, see, in my Get Response account, I only have my MarianHerbertson@gmail.com account and retireearlywithmarian.com accounts. But this, the one that I've got open here is actually, let me see, which one is this? Hey, what's going on here? I don't know. This is MarianBherbertson@gmail.com, which is linked to the webcast, the Google Hangout. So if I close this down, I'll end up, losing you on the Hangout, right? But let me show you what I mean. Let me see if I don't think I have any of mine in here. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so here we go, right? So what would happen is if I tested this, right? When you sent your link to your own place, to your own email, it will appear there. So you then go in and check it, right? When you're testing it. So first of all, here, it's not showing images, which is pretty much the way it will be. And here it's not even letting me see the images. Oh, well. Okay. So yes, Sonia?
I think there's something going on because, on the top right-hand side where you should be able to see a little picture, and then you should be able to see which. If you carry your cursor right to the right-hand side,
yeah.
Look, do you see you saw the little?
It's blank. Yeah.
If you click on it.
Oh, there we go.
So it was happening with me. So I think there's something going on.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. I won't sign out of it anyway because right. So it's hidden. Yeah, I can see it there very faintly. I see what you're saying. But yeah. So So this is my Marion B. Herbertson account. I won't sign out of this. But also there should be something up here to say, do you want to view messages? But it's probably that it's like you're saying, it's hidden and I can't see it. It'll be somewhere here usually. No, it's not showing me there. But usually there's a little thingy on here where Gmail users can click on it and say, show me images. But in this case, we're not changing it. Otherwise, the image would appear here. But the main thing you're worried about is or are your links, right? So click it here and make sure that, number one, your user ID is showing up there, right? Okay, that's really important, but that's not enough. The thing you should also do is scroll down to the bottom of your page and make sure that the referring affiliate is showing your name and your ID. All right, because we have had cases in the past where that is all right there, but then you scroll down and that is showing someone else. Okay, and in which case, don't send it out. Take a screen copy of it all and send a copy of it to support@empowernetwork.com and get them to sort it out for you. All right, so that is the main thing. And actually, they also say, let the video run for this 2 minutes, 42 seconds, and then click as though you're going to, as though you're somebody who's going to join, and just make sure that everything that carries all the way through is your details or are your details. All right. So that's as simple as it is, to be honest. I know it seems a little long-winded, but honestly, I can get one of these done in like 5 minutes while I'm doing something else. Okay, and once you get into the hang of it, it's like everything. When it's new, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do here? How do I change the link? Once you've done it, set yourself a target. I'm going to do one of these every single day for the next 10 days. I tell you what, at the end of those 10 days, you won't have a problem. It's when you do something and then you don't do something for a week or 10 days or whatever, then the next time you do it, you have to remember again, all over again, how to do it. Okay, but get it done and then you're fine. Like I had this big funk of video making. And then I made a series of videos for some of the leaders in the Dream Team, because that's what we were doing. And I did like 10 in a day. And the only one I had any issues with was where I had to remember 2 names. And I kept forgetting one of them. And I had to do that in about 6 takes, for goodness sake, But it gave me such a lot of confidence. Like, Marion, what are you worrying about? You're perfectly all right. Just get on with it. And that's the kind of thing, right? So get used to this, play with it, do test messages, don't send them anywhere, just send them to yourself, make sure they're all right, and then go ahead and send it out. All right, I hope that helps. Okay, I am closing out. Let me come back here and stop sharing screen. Okay. Alrighty, so I think we are out of time anyway, so I hope you'll have found that helpful, guys. Sonia, anything else that you want to add?
You're on camera. We can see you.
Oh, okay, it's a good thing I wasn't scratching my nose or something. How did that happen? That would have been so much fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else, anything much to add. I think getting this bit, this is the bit that you need to get right, quite frankly.
Yeah.
The email, because and I know that when I got started, I've wasted a lot of my leads just because I didn't understand how to connect with them. And you see, the thing about building your list is that you can take your list with you.
Yes.
You know, so even if you were to move companies, start a new business, you know, even in the traditional business world,
yeah.
You know, once you have your list, you have your list. You know, I'm thinking now that, you know, even my first business that I started like 10 or so years ago, I should have kept those leads.
Exactly.
But I didn't understand. You know, and yeah, so it's it's really, really.
It's very interesting when you see that, because that, like they say, you know, that is your real estate.
That's right. It's an asset.
That's your online real estate. It's an asset, absolutely.
Because I know of somebody who had a coaching company and sold the coaching company because it was the number of people that he had on his mailing list.
Wow.
Yeah, because when you buy a business, you're buying potential customers.
Yep, exactly.
It's like, you know, it's if you're going to buy a shop, you want to know that you've got trade,
what the turnover is, etc.
You know, you're going to have people coming into the shop.
Yep.
So the equivalent is people on your list. So you can have a business, and it's the number of customers, and so it's the number of customers and prospects that you have that it gives the value of that business.
Yep, absolutely. And it builds the business as well. I mean, you know, we have one member in our team who's actually building her parents' bricks and mortar business with online marketing, with social media, etc. But we were having a chat yesterday, and I mentioned about the whole lists thing. You know, you've got an autoresponder account, build a list in there. And then when her dad owns like an electrical houseware shop, right? So when you're having a sale, or you're having a giveaway, or you're having a competition or something of that sort, you can mail these people. You know, you can send an email out to your list and say, this is what we're having. And even if it increases your footfall by 5 people in the whole month, that's 5 customers you wouldn't normally have had. And that's the whole thing of building this list with your, you know, with your efforts and keeping it going and keeping that relationship going. That's the important thing. All righty, Sonia, always a pleasure doing webinars with you. Oh, by the way, team, sorry, we left this right at the very end, but in future, this is what we're going to be doing, okay? On the Wednesday nights, we're going to be doing this kind of a hangout. It'll be a training hangout, both for you and your list. So we're going to be inviting everyone, not just our team, to it. All right. And also, Sonia and myself are discussing about whether we should have like a different timing possibly, because we're finding that a lot of people are finding it difficult to come to this particular thing. And, you know, we're trying to work things out that's going to work for the majority of our list. And, you know, instead of it being the other way around, so the majority can attend and the few who can't attend can watch the replays, etc. All right, so we're going to come up, we're going to just make it, you know, a lot more interactive, proactive, and effective, really. So let us know your thoughts, and if you think of, you know, any times that you think will suit you better in the work you happen to be. and we'll definitely take that into account. All right. Sonia, so we shall catch up all the time anyway. We always do. And we shall talk soon. And Uncle Peter, good to have you here. Take care, everyone. Night, Sonia. You take care, love. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.